Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple and I'm Tom the driver.
And I'm Bunny the document girl.
The document girl. So we are today going to be talking about a plastic clipboard storage compartment thingamabob.
Thingamabob. You know what, we actually...
I don't know what to call it.
We actually put it out on our Facebook and we got so many responses and everybody wanted to know where we got it and why we carry it. But
so I posted links.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, it is... You know, you can buy the ones without the handles, but this crazy little one right here with the handle on it makes life so much easier because I can just grab it and go.
Right. Now, there's a lot of them out there to choose from. Typically, you'll know the ones that are metal and they kind of flip over, but a lot of those don't lock or latch.
No, and they're a little heavy, and like I said, I just like this one because it's got a handle on it and it's got a lot more convenient features than those ones do.
I like it because it locks and latches.
Yes.
To be honest. One of the main reasons we bought it was for the clipboard part.
Yep.
You can't really see it on the camera too much. But now we do have another one of these because Bunny does drive away and I do tow away. Mm-hmm. And we do have a green and black for Bunny and gray and black for me. So that way we can identify them without... Bunny actually put some stickers on hers. No, that was your binder.
That was my binder.
That was your binder.
I had to put my name on it so it ended up in the right vehicle.
Right, because the binders are identical.
Yes.
So these ones, obviously, we could see from across the room. We know whose is whose. Now, we're going to open it up for you in a second, but one of the things that we're able, I'll give you kind of a list of things that we could keep in there. Mm-hmm. We each keep our set of license plates.
Yes.
You get 2 license plates when you transport RVs, one for your dash and one for the rear of the RV, whether it's a motorhome or trailer.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if it's fifth wheel or travel trailer, you get 2 license plates. Also, depending on your vehicle. Now, I don't think this would hold them, but it does, the placards, but some people hate that I use placards. The magnetics, if you want to get technical...
It actually does hold the magnetics, and it also does hold the ones that I have that go into the window for the
paper ones.
The paper ones. Well, mine are laminated.
The laminated. But I'm talking about the ones that clip over the window that they roll up on the Fords.
Right. I couldn't tell you on that one because
we don't have those.
We don't have those.
Right. But we do have the decals and everything. So it'll hold pretty much everything. We also keep in there highlighters for on the paperwork, important things on the paperwork like the address of where we're dropping off,
phone numbers,
gate codes, any pertinent information she just wants to get to real fast. She highlights it before we even leave. We keep the BOL in there. Mm-hmm. We keep all the paperwork that comes with the trailer.
Right, and I've gotten it from the big manila folders to plastic bags, and it all fits in here nice.
Yes.
The other thing that's very important to keep in here are the keys.
The keys to the RV.
Right. I used to put them in the little plastic baggie and sit them down on the floor, and one time I kicked the keys out.
Right.
Well, depending on which dealer, depending on which company you work for, it could cost you $100 to $150 to replace those keys.
Now, let's clarify. She kicked the keys out of the truck, but she heard them. But what if we were on grass, or what if she didn't hear them and we pulled away and those keys were sitting there?
That would have been bad.
That would have sucked bad.
So definitely want to keep everything together and in here. And we even take off the back plastic cap that goes on the bumpers. We have heard of them falling off.
Yeah, well, actually... Every transport company recommends pulling the bumper caps. They're the square plastic caps. Some are in there really tight. Some just literally fall off in your hands.
The ones that we had the other day just popped right out.
Right. Another thing that we keep in here, the one company that Bunny's currently working for, and that I've switched companies recently, so we're at 2 different companies. But we keep these papers where... you can look for any damage on the RVs.
Correct. So, and it makes it easier because the company that I work for requires us to do them. So once we get to the trailer, I go through and I actually mark everything with a little piece of tape.
Blue tape.
And
painter's tape.
Painter's tape. And then I note it on this note. Tom's company doesn't require us to take a picture of those before we leave, but I still keep it for his too. Because 2 months down the line, if it comes back and they are trying to charge us for some type of driver damage, then I know exactly if I had already noted it and where to go in our documentation and in our pictures to look for proof.
Now, another thing we keep in there are extra dealer acceptance forms.
Yes.
The reason why is because when you pick up a dispatch, all your paperwork is supposed to be in the RV. When we would pick up at one company, everything printed mostly, and then you would have all the paperwork in the RV. So you'd get like 7 pages printed and then have a bunch in the RV, including the title.
Correct.
So now the company that I currently work for prints 2 pages. It prints the BOL and the expense sheet. So it doesn't print all the other stuff. So one of the things we do is we take lots and lots of before pictures.
We do. That we do. And lots of definitely after pictures.
We're going to do a video specifically on how we do our pre-trip inspections.
Right. Now, like Tom was saying on the dealer acceptance form, we have, when we were really first new, I think it was our second dispatch ever, it did not have the dealer acceptance form.
And we didn't know.
And we didn't know. I did not know to look for it in the paperwork.
Right, because second dispatch, who would have thunk?
So once we got there and we submitted the paperwork, they're like, you don't have the dealer acceptance form. Well, that's very important to get paid. So thank God that it was for a big nationwide RV company.
I was able to get the company to email me over some just generic dealer acceptance forms, at which time I was able to email it to the Camping World in Virginia because we were back in Indiana.
Yep.
And they filled it out, scanned it, and then emailed it back so we can submit it to get paid. I mean, I'm not saying they would ever do this, but what if a dealer said, we don't do that. You got to come back in here, bring the paper, and then we'll fill it out, and then we'll make a copy. Then you could take that. That was our big concern.
Right.
That would have been an 8-hour drive back to get paid.
Exactly. And sometimes you're pulling these units out at 4 and 5 in the morning before your office opens. So if you don't have a dealer acceptance form, you got to remember to call them and ask for one. But like I said, luckily we have extra spare copies of them, of most of them. Yes.
Well, we got 4 of them on our resources page on TowawayCouple.com. And so you can actually go there. If we get more, I'll shoot images of the blank ones, and then I'll keep adding more to the resources.
Right. So definitely, like I said,
well, we start off, just so you know, this is like empty when we start off, except for our magnets and license plates and the forms that we normally keep. And the only thing that stays in here is from the time we're dispatched to the time we drop off, everything stays together. Everything
stays together. Absolutely. And the extra pens and the highlighters and the stapler.
Yeah, she has a little tiny stapler. So open it up, and I'm going to move her microphone out of the way. Get it all the way out of the way. So she kind of keeps everything in here. And it's deep, too. I would say it's probably a good full inch thick. And you got to kind of point it up towards the camera. So it has a storage compartment here and a storage compartment here. I'm trying to pull it forward so you guys can see it. We have straps to keep the license plates as well as our other papers. We keep our magnets back here as well as the stapler.
And all of the paperwork that we
they
need.
Can't hear you.
And all of the paperwork and the documentation that we need.
There you go. So with that said, that is our binder that we just put on our Facebook and what we keep in our binder. I'm going to put Buddy's microphone back. I know we're a little klutzy here and everything, but that's who we are.
But that one is actually just for when we're delivering units. We do have the actual zip binders for all of our vital paperwork, registrations, insurance, all that other good stuff.
This is only for the unit.
That is only for the unit. So that way when we pull up to the dealer, I just grab this box and I go in. Because we've pulled up there at times when there's like 2 or 3 trailers behind us and then we're like, I'm going to be first.
We're running. So you don't have to try to gather up all your paper. It's literally all in one place. So we recommend it. Like I said, they're anywhere from $19 to $23. We do have a link for it on TowawayCouple.com. You click on pretty much any page. There's 3 things we recommend buying: the dash cam, this, and if you have a Dodge Ram, the gas cap and the def cap, because people complain about losing the plastic one all the time.
Right. And those magnetic ones are amazing.
They are cool. Plus, they look nice when you open your thing. Whenever I open my thing, I always get another Dodge Ram guy come over and go, "Where'd you get those?" And they're only $12
Right.
for both of them. And they're metal and they look shiny and new. So we're going to have a link for this plastic case in the description of this video. We ask, beg, plead with you. Like our videos. Subscribe to our videos. Click the little bell to be notified. We have several videos already up. So if this is your first video, go back to the beginning.
Yes.
We've done a lot of videos on how to become a towaway driver from our beginnings to current. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Mm-hmm. It's TowawayCouple on either one of those. Facebook, it's TowawayCouple, just as you see it on the screen. And if you have any questions, feel free to message us. We do answer every question. It might be a day or two. It might be instantly, depending on when we see it. But we do answer every question, and we do try to answer it the most positive way possible.
Absolutely, because we're here to help people. When we started, it was like pulling teeth to try to get any answers. So we just want to be as helpful as to new people as we possibly can be.
Right. So, all right. So until next time, we'll see you down the road.
See you soon.